Good morning. Last night at approximately 10 o'clock, patrol responded to the 11,000 block of Brad Avenue in reference to a domestic violence call. When they arrived, it turned into a barricaded subject inside of that residence. They were on scene for approximately 4 hours negotiating with that individual, and it ended up turning into an officer-involved shooting. So Chief Parker is going to give the details on that shooting.
Thanks, Undersheriff. Good morning. So like the Undersheriff said, just before 10 p.m., we received a call of it was a domestic dispute inside the residence, about 11,000 block of Brad Avenue. The suspect was having an argument with his mother, pretty loud and argumentative. At some point, it escalated, and he pulled out a knife, held it up to his mom's face, made some slashing movements, didn't cut her, but threatened to kill her. She calls into 911. They can hear the threats over the phone. This goes on. They had a couple calls as they came in. At some point, she was able to get out of the house and get away, and he locked her out. Patrol responded. As patrol arrives on scene, they're moving around outside the house trying to look in and see if they see the guy. He sees them, and he goes up and smashes out one of the windows, and it cuts one of the officers that was on the scene. They back out and notify SWAT. During that time, they continue to voice to him to try to get him just to come out peacefully, come out with your hands empty. He wouldn't. There was a couple times he came out. He was wearing a football helmet, carrying a hammer, waving it around at everybody, and just not compliant with what they're saying to do, yelling stuff, saying he's going to shoot. He had a shotgun. This went on for, as the Undersheriff said, about 4 hours. Finally, the SWAT is there and everything's getting transitioned over. He starts to come out one last time, and when he does, he comes out with a different object in his hand, and he kind of goes toward the officers and rears back like he's going to throw it or whatever he's going to do. So two of them shoot their firearms. He was shot in the leg. SWAT was already on scene, so the medic rendered aid immediately, and then rescue transported him to a local hospital where he's in stable condition. I can tell you that both officers, it was their first officer-involved incident. The first officer is Christopher Bush, ID 87168. The second officer is Keith Miller, 87494. Again, it's both of them's first officer-involved shooting. This was our 16th of the year. The state attorney is on scene, as always, doing their independent investigation. The charges we had on the suspect, I'll give you his information in a second. He had ag assault domestic on his mother. He had a battery on a law enforcement officer. He had a tampering with the victim by taking her communication device away. Ag assault on a law enforcement officer, and then domestic battery. The suspect's name is Corey Sweeney. It's COREYSWEENEY. 8/26 of 94 is his date of birth. He's a white male, and like I said, he is stable at a local hospital. He does have a lengthy criminal history. I didn't look at all the details, a few Baker Acts and a lengthy history. With that, we can take a few questions.
So the mom was cut?
Mom was not. He just held the knife to her, and then made some slashing movements, according to her, but didn't hit her or anything, so she was not injured.
And when he came out of the house the last time, he said he had some object. Did he make a threatening motion?
He reared back like he was throwing it. They haven't processed it yet to see what's up there, but he reared back like he was throwing it at him as he came out.
So how many times did he try to come out the house?
That I don't know. I saw him come out once or twice myself, but I don't know how many times they did it before we got here.
And you said one time he was holding a hammer, and then the other time a shotgun?
No. He threatened that he had a shotgun.
He threatened it, so he never had one.
To my knowledge, there's no shotgun found yet.
But he did have a hammer.
He had the hammer, correct.
So no, but he threatened to have a shotgun. He didn't have the gun. Okay.
Has JSO responded to this home before for any other incidents?
Well, I'm sure they have. He's got